Hello everyone, my name is Masterstarman and welcome back for more Let's Play Pikmin 2. Last time, we went back to Valley of Repose and discovered our first cave, cleared it out, and discovered purple Pikmin. Pretty much the best Pikmin in this game. And today we're going to start off by exploring a new world, Awakening Wood. Let us head back here. And this place is actually a little more familiar to anybody who's played Pikmin 1 here, because, yeah, a lot of areas in this game are pretty similar to ones from the first game, and this area is pretty much the Forest of Hope in almost its exact layout here. Good morning. It should please you to know the purple Pikmin are lodged safely in my hall. Finds my interior seem to suit them perfectly, though they do occasionally tickle me. Stand in the ring of light below me and press A to call out the purple Pikmin. Pretty much, again, a tutorial for this here. We're going to take all 10 of our purples out here. And I'm going to take... yeah, let's take all our reds out here. I don't see any reason not to here. Probably going to have our first sort of busier day here. If we head over here, this is something kind of important here. Louis, has Almer instructed you on the peculiarities of Pikmin creatures? Pikmin form groups based on color when disbanded with X. Grabbing Pikmin with A will also cause them to group by color. Now for the bonus lesson. First, hold A to pick up a Pikmin, then, well, hold A, press R to swap between different colored Pikmin. This is the first time you've heard this, Almar. Remember to properly train the new employee. I think this was a change in the original, like, Pikmin 1 to Pikmin 2. I think this was a new addition to Pikmin 2 in the GameCube specifically. I don't think that GameCube Pikmin 2 GameCube Pikmin 1 let you swap between the different forms of them, but yeah, Pikmin drank yellow nectar, instantly matured into the flower Pikmin. I kind of alluded to this earlier here. Enhanced motor skills, what wondrous nectar. Flowers are very useful here. You'll pretty much want to have flowers at all times, because Pikmin just move way faster. Thankfully, they are also nowhere near as stupid in this game, and by that, I mean, you'll still get the odd slacker who will try to drink a whole thing of nectar for themselves, but nothing near as bad as what they were like in the first game. Anyways, let's demonstrate the true purpose of purples here, because if we select them here, I'm just going to demonstrate the raw power of purples here and why they're amazing. A handful of purples let me basically defeat a big Bulborb way easier than I had with like 30 reds basically, so there's some usefulness to this for sure. I will take these here, I guess. Now then, there's a lot of stuff I don't think that we can actually do here. We have a new enemy here. These are female shear grubs. These guys are basically harmless. The male counterparts are annoying, but the female ones are pretty much docile. Strawberry. I haven't had strawberries in a long time. Sunseed berry. Should be... yep, 10% of our debt recovered here. Very nice. And this is going to sprout a ton of seeds here. The female shear grubs are actually decent for getting seeds because they'll give a little bit... They're fairly easy enemies to kill, and they will give a little bit more than, like, your average pellet posy, so they are at least useful in that regard there. There is something in this area, but I don't think we can get it yet. Might get it either at the end of this day or maybe the next time we're in this area. I feel like we should be able to get it by the end of the day, though. Here's a bit of a new mechanic here. There's these red... no, I want the purple here. We'll throw most of the Pikmin on this here. We have this enemy here, which will also drop the thing of nectar when they're defeated. I think they can drop other things too. There's a lot of kind of new things kind of popping up here, but basically these here will drop these seeds, I guess you could say. And you'll want to try and get these as often as you can here, and this is a really great spot to get these here. So, not too much else to explore in the beginning part here, but yeah, if you've ever played Pikmin 1, this area looks... Oh, I didn't notice you guys were still here. This area looks very, very much similar to the first... one of the first areas of Pikmin 1 here. Yeah, I guess you'll want to throw the Pikmin on these here so that they can start picking them up a little bit faster here. When these come back here, it's not a treasure, as you notice. Astounding, this red berry contains ultra-spicy essence. Does not appear to have any monetary value, but I shall research potential uses. Bring me more specimens. This can be very, 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 very useful to gather here, so definitely recommend trying to get this as much as you can here. And I believe Pikmin kind of will circle back and forth between these areas, typically. Maybe not. That might be a thing introduced in later games like Pikmin 3 and 4, I think. This could be a bit dicey here, but a new enemy here. This is a Burrownit. They're not too bad, and you can usually defeat them pretty easily by swarming them, especially if you swarm their behinds here. You may have noticed it just kind of try to jab me there, but it is pretty slow at doing that. So, kind of keep that in mind here. Oh, shoot! Oh God, no, no! Crap, crap. I am resetting this day here. Crap. Well, that sucks. Oh, on my way back there, it looks like there's a bit of a new tutorial here. We have a problem. The onion ceased ejecting seeds. Is this malfunctioning? Interesting. Now seems the number of life forms within the onion has increased. Did you notice no more than 100 Pikmin could venture out of the planet at once, but currently observe only 95 on the surface? Could there be wild Pikmin somewhere? Interesting that it kind of is like that, but I think if we check our map... Yeah, kind of a bit of a not-so-subtle hint that there are more Pikmin in the field in this area here, but yeah, I just figured I'd mention that while playing up to this point again here. Okay, another new tutorial has come up here. So, if you manage to get, I think it's 10 of these here. Captain Olimar, my research on the red berries discovered it yielded a powerful potion. Behold the ultra spicy spray, although it's untested, I believe it has spectacular results. Sprayed on all your Pikmin by pressing down on the D-pad. Necessary, can produce 1 bottle from 10 berries. Press plus to contact me to confirm your berry count, and yeah, this is a new gimmick that's introduced in Pikmin 2 here. You may notice this gauge on the left here. Spicy sprays are very, very, very useful, and there are other ways to get them, but I think it's a very useful thing to kind of be able to get some of these when you can, so whenever I'm in Awakening Wood here, I will sometimes just have a squad of reds in this general area here just to farm these, because they are that good of items to have. Now then, this... Burrownits are not difficult enemies at all here, in fact. Yeah, okay, I can deal with them just with that. Their piercing attack's very slow. It's kind of deceptively slow. Okay, I see where my issue was here last time. There's an enemy here called a Creeping Chrysanthemum, and it's not that threatening of an enemy. I will be the first to admit here. This is where it is here. And yeah, whenever it misses a Pikmin, it will basically slap itself. And that's kind of your cue to attack it, pretty much. Now, I kind of just didn't see it there. The trick is that the enemies kind of have eyes. You can very much notice that. But I just kind of wasn't paying attention. I had a feeling there was one there, and that's why it kind of jump-startled me there. I'm not the kind of person who will reset for everything, except one condition, and that's that I really do not want to lose purple Pikmin, and there's a good reason for that. If you lose purple Pikmin, I would generally recommend resetting the game. And it's not that hard, you know, just, like, especially on the Switch, like, home menu, hit the X button there. I do that a lot in this game, and I will be doing that a lot throughout this playthrough here. There's another treasure up here. I don't think we can get that one there. Kind of a couple of different ways we can go here. There's kind of two different caves here, actually, now that I think about it. So, ooh, I don't think we can actually go this way yet, though. Yeah, no matter what, I think it's kind of designed in such a way that we can't go that way there without having more Pikmin here, so let's go to this cave here. Biological sensors are reacting violently, the readings are ominous. A beast of unknown powers lurks in these depths. A large Pikmin group would be reassuring. My sound sensors are picking up hostile roars of many beasts. Expect dangerous encounters. Sensors are also showing extreme heat pockets. You may need flame-resistant Pikmin, but my records indicate no such data. Are records incomplete? That's weird that he would say that, because that was kind of one of the defining factors of red Pikmin in the original game. Red Pikmin are in fact immune to fire, so let's head in this area here, which is honestly pretty useful to jump into here, because we can save midday here. I will be tackling Hole of Beasts in this video, because I don't remember this being a particularly long cave, but yeah, and I'm definitely not doing one cave per video, like anything will kind of indicate here. Yeah, so purple Pikmin, if you lose them, I would recommend resetting for, but I won't be doing that for everything. If it's something really stupid and I know I can deal with normally, I probably will reset, but oh hey, it's a D-pad. Oh shoot. Okay, new enemy here. The purple guys here are male shear grubs. These guys are kind of jerks, honestly. I'm gonna aggro and take care of these guys as soon as I can here. Oh shoot. The female ones are harmless, so keep that in mind, but the purple ones, they can definitely attack you. I think they did get a bit of a nerf from the first game, though. Something that is really useful, and I should probably do this instead here. When you're in caves, you have unlimited time. Split your party up. Take your time here. I'm gonna just kind of go in with a small squad of purples here, because purples are really powerful. They're also very invaluable, and I like having actual control with what I'm aiming with, and with a big squad, I don't always get that, so yeah, let's just kind of do that there. And we'll take this D-pad here. Oh, you can take these reds here and just kind of get this back faster here. Purples, even, like, when flowered, can still be pretty slow. The reds are definitely the faster variety we have at the moment here. And we get the Stone of Glory. You hear that? We know we can progress onward here. Hole of Beasts, sublevel 2. Okay. These eggs can usually contain nectar, which is very, very nice. They can sometimes also contain potions and other things as well. They have a lot of practical uses here. Okay, what else do we got in this cave here? Oh, more purple spots here. I'm gonna split up here, because I don't want my purples in my party for this accidentally here. So... And I'm also going to press X here to bring the flowers up closer here. Or the... Not the flowers, the buds. I recommend getting rid of the weaker Pikmin varieties before getting rid of the flowers. So, even though it's not too hard to get other ones. In fact, we saw nectar earlier in the cave here, which is very nice. So yeah, now we can just get some more purples here, which is very, very useful. Very nice to have purples. You will need a lot of these things throughout this cave here. So, gonna keep that in mind. I don't know if there's any treasure here. I'm not really seeing any. And that does kind of worry me a little bit, but... I think that got all of them there. Yeah, it seems like it. I'll just keep looking around here. I don't think there's any other treasure. It's so weird. Like, you do get a radar that helps a lot for this kind of thing later in the game. I guess I'll know by the end of it here if we got everything. I'm not seeing anything else in this cave here. Alright, well, let's move on here, and hope there wasn't another thing in this sub-level here. It honestly wouldn't be a bad cave to revisit, though, just because you do get the purple flowers pretty early, so that could be useful. Hole of Beasts, sub-level 3. And I think we're pretty close to... no, we're not actually at any sort of boss here or anything. I'm gonna take the reds with me here, and I might just only take a small group of them here. Red Pikmin can destroy these fire geysers, which is another big improvement from the first game, believe me. These things you could not destroy in the first game, which definitely was kind of annoying. Definitely made for some pretty annoying things in the original, but... yeah... Oh, I don't have enough Pikmin to carry. Well, I can go back through this with Louie in a little bit. Just kind of scouring here, trying to get rid of these fire geysers here. And over here we have a Famicom Disk System game. I don't know if this is supposed to be Zelda or not, but it would be kind of neat if it was a Zelda 1 cart, or Zelda 1, disc, I guess it would be. I guess floppies are considered discs. It isn't much, but sometimes I like just throwing on, like, one purple on these things here, just so that, like, the numbers are guaranteed to meet. Like, obviously, in this case here, I'd need a couple other Pikmin, and same for the floppy as well, but... this cave in general is just kind of a neat little reference to a lot of Nintendo's past here. Like, I think this is... I don't remember the exact thing here, like Hanafuda or Mahjong, like some old playing game here, I think. Unless this is supposed to be like a piece of, like, cheesecake or something. I actually don't quite... I don't know. I know this is definitely a reference to the old Famicom Disk System, though. It's nice to see whenever they do little references like this here. It says 19... yeah, this... oh! Or is this, No, I recognize that, like, castle in the background. Is that not the... okay, I was wrong. This is a game called The Mysterious Murasame Castle. I recognize that logo there. If you ever played Super Smash Bros. And wondered who that weird samurai assist trophy Takamaru was from, this would be his game here. which is very interesting. I've heard pretty good things about that game for the time, and I know it has... Okay, I hear the sound there. I know it has an attraction in the game Nintendo Land on the Wii U, which is something... Funny enough, actually, the Wii version of Pikmin 2 in North America came out, like, only about 6 months before that. I think I kind of alluded this a little bit, but Pikmin 2 saw, like, a really, really long time before it eventually released in North America, and I'm not really sure why. I'm guessing product placement held it back a little bit, but yeah, it took a super, super long time for that to get, like, a North American release. But, yeah. Man, that's a Game & Watch there, which is pretty neat. You can see how much easier bulb orbs are to deal with than when you have the power of purples by your side. Good old purple power. Good old Game & Watch, a stage from Smash Bros. Melee here, the Dream Architect. And there is still some other stuff in this area here, which is very nice. The more Pikmin you have on, like, a geyser, the quicker it gets destroyed, which is kind of the logical thing to kind of keep in mind there. And I don't think... Oh, there's another purple flower here. We got an Ace of Spades! The Ace of Spades! Oh, man. Actually, at the time... God, this is... weird thing to think about, but at the time I'm recording this, actually, it was almost 10 years since Lemmy passed, which is surreal in a weird way to think that, like, he was one of those larger-than-life rock figures that, you know, you would kind of just expected him to kind of be with you forever, but yeah, we were coming up on 10 years. At the time this is going up, it's way past when that happened, so yeah. Kind of surreal in a way when you think about it, but R.I.P. Lemmy. Anyways... where's the exit here? Oh, down this way. It can be useful checking the map sometimes. Alright, now, sub-level 5 of Hole of Beasts. Yeah, this is definitely the exit here, and... oh boy, this boss! This boss can be tricky here. I'm gonna take my purples here. And I'm only gonna take my purples here. This boss can be kind of notorious, but thankfully I don't think this first encounter's that bad. Keyword first encounter. Can I aggro it with just Almar here? No, I need to actively throw a Pikmin on it there. When she wakes up, this is the Empress Bulblax. This fight... I don't think this fight's that bad. There's a way harder version of this boss here. Something I am going to do here is switch off the motion controls for this, just because I find easier just not having to worry about this here too much. When you damage her a little bit here, she'll try and shake off the purples here, and whenever she does that, she'll try and shake them off and then just roll here. Want to just make sure she doesn't crush anything when she does it. That's pretty much her only form of attack in this here. Otherwise, nothing too bad here. I just want to shake off at the right time here, but should usually only take about 4 or 5 cycles for this here. If you kind of just take your time here. Okay, yeah, we definitely did a lot that cycle there. Again, it's just a fight where you just want to take your time, don't hurry up. The choice is all yours, and think enough about it, and you should all be good there. Just one more hit would definitely finish her off, but I'm gonna take my time here. Get out of here. Yeah. Pretty easy boss for now. Oh, thank God we get this now. This is one of my favorite upgrades in the game here. The Love Tester. How bizarre. This device is emitting black light. It must have been ingested by that creature. Absolutely repulsive life form. Our return to Hawk cannot come soon enough. Probably one of the most useful abilities in this entire game here. And sure enough, we'll take this creature back here as well. Not that useful here, but we'll take it back anyway. Usually the way this game works is most of the upgrades are typically gotten by beating the bosses of the cave. That's typically how this game likes to function here. Electronic Love Tester. Name? Prototype Detector. This contraption seems to react when it approaches treasure. I will connect it to my radar. Processing complete. We now have the treasure gauge. Very useful to get this now. It's your radar for the caves here. And it'll go gray when you have everything complete in the area, and that's so nice. So nice to finally have this. With all of that being said, we are officially through the Hole of Beasts here. So, let us head upward here. I really hope there wasn't anything else on that one floor. I don't think there was, though. Cave complete. Yep, we're good there. And now we won't have to worry about that anymore because it'll show all the treasures that are on each floor here. Let us save here, and we're actually going to call that a video. Yeah, we're midday here, but this already went on for a very long time here. And yeah, I'm going to call this a video here, but we're not going to be done with the day here. So next time, we will continue exploring more Awakening Wood here and seeing what else we can find. We are 20% of the debt now. Next time, we will keep exploring Awakening Wood here and probably do another dungeon. We'll see you guys for that then. Have yourselves a great day. And if you like this one, please be sure to leave a like and a thumbs up and a comment and all that fun stuff. And we'll see you guys for that then. Hopefully with no more stupid flower deaths. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys then. Peace out.